Oh, wait. Welcome to Trail BC, where the Richmond Ravens find themselves playing for gold at this 8 p.m. on a Sunday night. We have 20 minutes on the clock, and there's Corona Rockets on the other end of the ice in net. Babcock. I see Hernandez, McDonald, Miguel, Macy, and David out there for the Richmond Ravens. Refs are lining up. The whistle goes. We're about to get started. We'll see how much nerves these kids have. The puck is dropped. The face off one to the outside. Macy picks it up and she skates it down. She shoots that one right on net. First shot. It's a little bit of a bobble there by the goaltender, but the puck comes around to the near side. Ravens chip it back down into the corner from behind the net. The Rockets have it. Their pass to the wall comes back to Macy. Macy shoots that towards the net. It gets chipped over to the corner. Now a short side shot off the side of the net. Puck goes around to the far side. David, the first one there. David with the puck on her stick. She shoots it. It comes over to Macy. Macy puts it towards the net. It's stopped by the goaltender. It's deflected right on. Back to Macy. Macy, she's firing everything at the net. She ends up hitting McDonald. McDonald backhands it towards the net, and the goaltender dives on it to get a whistle as the Ravens, within the first minute, have 4 shots on goal. The face-off to the left side of the Rockets goalie. Tran out to take the face-off with Tran and Sear. Nishi and Amade back on the blue line. The puck is dropped and the face-off won by the Rockets. Rockets trying to carry it out. Sear has it on her stick. Sear cuts to the front of the net, comes all the way through the house, and now the Rockets put it down ice. Nishi picks it up. Nishi now. Nishi looks up ice and finds Tran. Tran leaves it there for Tran. Now Tran working her way in. Tran to the outside. Now puts it to the middle. Sear tries to get a shot away. Comes to Tran. Shot right on. Passes around the blue paint. The goaltender unable to get a stick on that one. Ravens keep the play alive as the puck goes back into the corner. Now the Rockets back to the blue line. Nishi can't hold it. Now there's going to be a breakaway the other way as the Rockets come up ice. Rockets with a shot. Babcock with the save. And she holds on to that one. With 18:42 remaining in the first period. Miguel out to take the face off on the left side of Babcock. Puck drop face off to the outside, won by the Ravens. Lowe has it on her stick. Lowe tries to put it around to the corner. That play picked up by the Rockets. Now Lowe and Wing battling to get it out. It goes over to the basket on the far side. Now back in behind the net. Lowe doubles back as she has some pressure on her. Lowe from behind the net puts it over looking for Wing. Wing stops it. Now she doubles back as she has pressure on her. Wing carries it behind the net, and that puts it over the basket on the wall. Basket can't handle it cleanly. Now she forces it up the wall. Miguel tries to push it forward. Now it comes over on the stick of the Wildcats. Basket digs it out. Basket comes across the wing, just behind Wing. It went through and into the Ravens zone. Back after it's Morin. Morin from behind the net. Morin stops up. He doubles back and now puts it up the wall looking for Wing. Wing picks it up now. Wing through the neutral zone. Wing loses the handle. Now comes back this other way as the Ravens are on the change. The Wildcats dump it in. Wildcats go for a change as Lowe picks it up behind the net. Lowe off the wall looking for Tran. Tran pulls it down into the air. Now at the blue line. Tran gets it forward to her sister Tran. Now she cuts to the middle and loses the handle on it as the Wildcats pick it up. Wildcats go back D to D. And now they're looking for a stretch pass. They make the play forward and now through the neutral zone with speed. The Wildcats cut towards the net. Shot right on. Save made by Babcock. Rebound cleared to the outside. Puck back to the blue line. The Wildcats unable to hold it. They let the shot go, but the whistle goes at the same time as the play stops. 17-10 remaining in the first period. Whistle goes for offside as the puck makes its way outside the Raven zone. Miguel's there to take the face off. Cabana and Texera out there for the Ravens. wingers. Puck goes back in behind the net. Macy after it. Macy. She's going to put it up off the glass. It gets to the blue line, dropped down or knocked down by the Wildcats. Now a battle on the wall for it. Wildcats walk out into a shooting position. Shot right on. Babcock makes the save and holds on to it. She gets the whistle. Apologies for those watching. We're playing the Rockets and not the Wildcats. Kelowna Rockets knee deep in the Raven zone on the face-off to the right side of Babcock. Puck to the outside. Amadei after it. Now Miguel battling for it. Cabana picks it up. Cabana. She chips it past the first player, walks it around her, and then battles off a shot. Gets a shot away. It goes behind the net. Over to the far side. Texera tries to get a stick on that. Miguel comes in to help her out. Miguel chips it in. Cabana. Back to the wall. It comes out to the middle for Miguel. Miguel carries it back to the outside. She's going to put it back in and around the near side. Now up the wall. Texera steps in. Play continues. His bodies fly. Now Amadei with a shot towards the net. It goes wide. Rockets pick it up over on the far side. Play down into the Raven zone. Rockets in after it. Nishi's going to backhand it forward. Rockets read that, but Sear gets control of it. Sear gets it down ice as the Ravens looking to complete their change. Now the puck up off the wall, held by McDonald. McDonald trying to force it forward and does. She tries to pass it across and now it comes back to the blue line, held by Morin. Oh, Morin's saying it's offside. That's a tough call from where that linesman was standing, but at any rate, it's going to come outside the Kelowna Rocket zone. Hernandez to take the face off. Puck is dropped, face off one cleanly. Morin's going to have to go back and pick that up. She's got two Rockets chasing her. Morin reverses it up the wall. Picked up there by McDonald. McDonald puts it for Hernandez. Hernandez unable to get a stick on that. And now McDonald fires it into the Rocket zone. The Rockets back after it. They're going to pass it around to the near side. Ravens to put pressure on. Now from behind the net, Rockets are going to spool it up. Rockets cut to the middle. Ravens read that. Now onto the Rockets stick. Pass forward, kick forward by Hernandez. Hernandez comes across for McDonald. McDonald from the outside. She shoots that wide of the net as it goes deep into the Rocket zone. Rockets pick it up on the wall. And now they force it up the wall. Miguel reads that, but it gets stick checked off her and back to Morin. Morin gets Pasquette. Pasquette across, looking for Lowe. Play comes back onto the stick of the defenders for the Rockets. Rockets unable to clear the zone as the Ravens hold it in. Miguel gives chase. Puck over to the near side. Wing after it. Wing. She tries to force it to the net. Miguel unable to get a shot away. Now Macy walks in. Macy being watched. She puts it back in the slot. Tips off of the wing but goes out, wide of the net. Now the Rockets pick it up and they carry it over to the near side. They're going to reverse the play over to the far side. Wing in after it, onto the stick of the Rockets. Rockets carry it up and now they chip it with some speed. The Rockets have it. Macy coming in from the far side. Macy gets a stick on twice now to interrupt the Rockets. From behind the net, Miguel reverses the play to Macy. Macy up the wall looking for Wing. Wing cuts to the middle. Wing and Basquette head up the ice. A chip to the far side as it comes over to the far side. The defender, David. Now the play comes back out to the blue line and into the neutral zone. Nishi has it. Nishi looking for a passing play. He ends up coming over to the near side and into the Raven zone. Tran gives chase from behind the net. Picked up there by David. David passes the puck forward for Kay. Kay headmans it forward. Kay with a pool cue around the defending player. It comes into the corner. Now the Rockets come back to the blue line. Amadei with a shot towards the net. Hits a body. It comes back out to the neutral zone. Nishi steps over to put it deep. And the Rockets pick it up behind their net. Play comes back out to the neutral zone. Amadei has to retreat back to pick it up. Icing called against the Rockets. With 13:04 remaining in the first period. We're tied at 0. Miguel to take the face off deep in the Rocket zone to the right side of their goaltender, Cabana, and Texera out there with Nishi and Amade on D. Puck is dropped face off, won by the Ravens. They take it to the outside. Miguel battling for it. She gets some help there from Texera. Texera pushes it forward. It comes out into the middle for Cabana. Cabana puts it in for the Ravens defender who shoots it towards the net. It goes wide. Cabana puts some pressure on. Now the Rockets unable to get it into the middle as Miguel comes back. Miguel. Play continues as Cabana picks the puck up, and now it's going to be called offside as Texera steps across the blue line before Cabana can headman the puck forward, and we're going to have a face-off just outside the Rocket zone. Hernandez up to take the face-off with McDonald and Tran. And Sear low on the left side, Morin on the right side, back on D. Now it goes over to Morin. Morin across for Sear. Sear's going to fire towards the net save made by the goaltender. Play kept alive as the Rockets put it off the wall, and Morin steps up to seal the wall. Morin, McDonald, and Hernandez. Hernandez fires it deep as it comes to her. Now Sear on the far side. She's going to try and keep it in. Sear puts it towards the middle. Now McDonald just about gets a stick on that as the puck goes in behind the net. The Rockets try to push it forward on the far side. Ravens putting pressure on, and now it comes to the side of the net, towards the net, put back to the corner. McDonald with a shot, right on, save made by the goalie. Now it's going to get cleared off the wall. Ravens hold the line, and now they shoot that back towards the net. It goes wide on the near side. Ravens on a change. Rockets with a pass forward. It's going to come in on net. Babcock comes in, and she's going to hold on to that one as the whistle finally goes with 11:41 remaining in the first period. Ravens face off deep in their zone to the right side of Babcock. Miguel out to take the face off. Face off one on the Rocket stick. Now it's picked up by the Ravens. Ravens push it forward. Now force it into the neutral zone. Basket gives chase. Rockets back to pick it up in their own zone. Rockets off the wall. Ravens read that. Miguel tries to cut to the middle. Now she loses a handle on it. It's swiped over to the near side. Macy steps in. Macy with a shot on goal. Save made by the goaltender. Puck comes over to the near side. Now back up the wall. Macy waits for it. Now she shoots it into the slot. Basket has it. Basket shoots it on the goaltender. She's going to hold on to that one. With Miguel on the doorstep, we get a stoppage in play with 11:14 remaining in the first period. Miguel to take the face off to the right side of the Rockets goalie. Puck is dropped face off up to the wall. The Rockets force it back to the blue line. The Ravens put it back in down low. Now Miguel tries to get a shot away. She does, gets blocked and goes to the corner. Now goes back to the blue line. It hops on low, being watched, low. She gets a stick on it and puts it back out to the neutral zone. Miguel makes sure she holds onto it for a second or two. And now the Rockets are going to try and work its way in. Ravens, Basquiat gets it in her feet, kicks it forward, and puts it into the Rocket zone. And now the Rockets wired around to the near side. First one there is the Richmond Ravens. That's Morin. Morin gets taken down, but the play continues as the puck goes down the ice, and Lowe goes after it. We're going to have icing on the play, though, with 10:34 remaining in the first period. Tran and Kay out there with Amade and Nishi. Puck is dropped, face off one by the Rockets. It goes in behind the Ravens net. Now it comes behind the Rockets net. Now the Rockets off the wall, back to Amade at the blue line. Amade, she's going to shoot that. That's blocked. Now Amade gets it on his stick and goes D to D for Nishi, and Nishi fires it back in. Rockets pick that up in their own zone, and now they cut back. Their pass forward goes off the wall and onto Nishi's stick. Nishi passes it forward, picked up by Tran. Tran chips it in deep, and now the Ravens give chase. From behind the net, the Rockets have it. Rockets pass it over to the near wall, and now it goes all the way down the ice. Nishi's going to pick that up. Nishi with pressure on her, puts it off the wall, and now Tran back out to the neutral zone. Hayes putting pressure on. Rockets have it. Rockets fire it deep. Nishi touches the puck, and now play continues as a high stick was warned there. Now comes right out front on the stick of the Ravens. Tran clears it to the outside. Battle continues as the puck comes in behind the net. Now comes right out to the high slot. From the high slot over to the far side. The D put it down low. Now try to go in behind the net. Ravens touch up. Now to the high slot again. Slap shot with Ravens chip it to the outside. Now they're able to get it down ice. Ravens unable to pounce on the loose puck. And now the Rockets come back the other way with speed. Rockets to the outside. Tran gives chase. It comes all the way through the top of the house before it comes over to the near side. Now the Rockets go back to the blue line with it. Ravens putting pressure on. Ravens up off the glass, down into the neutral zone. Texera gives chase. Now Tran has it. Tran and Texera work their way in. Tran works right through everybody. She tries to shoot that on the net and ends up going into the corner now from the corner. It gets pushed back to Macy. Macy walks the blue, and now she shoots it through traffic. It makes its way all the way to the net. The goaltender makes the save. Now the Rockets have it. Rockets working their way back the other way. Rockets through the neutral zone and over to they dump it into an open wing on the far side. David gets a stick on that and makes sure she gets it out to the neutral zone. Rockets chip it back in onto Macy's stick. Macy with some room. Macy to the outside. She shoots that, hits the body in front. She stops up as the Rockets pick it up behind the goal line. They put it out to the wall, and from the wall, Macy makes the play to stop it up and keep it in for a second or two before she gets some help back at the blue line. Now Macy puts it across to the far side. Miguel in after it. Miguel unable to handle it cleanly. It gets through David, and now we have a play coming back the other way. Macy steps over after it from behind the net. The Rockets pull it out over to the near side. Cabana trying to stop the play, and it comes out into the high slot. From the high slot over to the far side. From the far side, shot towards the net. Babcock makes the save, and the puck comes over to the near side. Now puck put in down low. Macy's going to wait for it there. Macy rips it off the glass, and now it comes all the way down the ice. Ravens able to get a change as they were tired and get caught after a long change. Now the stretch pass comes forward as McDonald comes in to put the pressure on. Held in by Hernandez. Hernandez with a couple of moves. Hernandez passes it back to the blue line. Walking in. Shot from the outside. Blocked. Now the Rockets go back the other way. Low. Back off the wall. It's sealed off and goes into the Rockets bench as we get a stoppage in play. With 7:08 remaining in the first. 5-0. Hernandez to take the face-off just outside the Rocket zone. Puck is dropped, face-off won by the Rockets. They're going to carry it now, clear it to the wall on the near side. Hits on the stick of Low. Low goes across ice for McDonald. McDonald trying to find Sear on the near side. Sear goes in after it as it goes deep. Now the puck fired around to the far side onto the stick of the Rockets. Ravens push it back down in the corner. Now chip back to the blue line. From the blue line, Morin with a slap shot while wide of the net. Low steps up on that. Low. She makes sure she puts it back in to the zone. Now from behind the net, the Ravens have it. Ravens back to the blue line again. Morin. This time Morin fires the puck. It hits the body and goes wide. Basket. From behind the corner. Basket. So he stays in. Morin, she gets another chance at this one. This time she keeps the puck in. Morin steps up, and now we have a 3-on-1 back the other way as the Rockets work their way in. A shot. Save made by Babcock. It comes out the near side. Now back to the blue line. A shot from the blue line. Blocked. Now the near side. Shot. It goes in behind the net. Short side. Babcock holds it out. Babcock holds it out. A dive across the crease as the puck came out the near side. And we get a stoppage in play. As the puck makes its way over to the left side of Babcock. Puck drop, face off. One. Ravens chip it forward and give chase. Miguel with some pressure now. Turn back the other way by the Rockets. It gets into the Rocket zone. Miguel has it on her stick. It ends up coming back to the wall. Now chip back down low for Miguel. Miguel with a chip around the defender, and now back into the Raven zone. Amadei, she's going to find Miguel. Miguel fires it out of the rink as she's trying to get it deep. Face off just outside the Rocket zone. Trying to take the face off. Puck is dropped. Face off won by the Ravens. Nishi fires it down into the zone. Puck goes down onto the face-off dot. Rockets with it. Rockets force it forward. It gets sealed off on the wall. Ravens put it back deep for Kay in after it. Kay from behind the net. Lose the handle on that as the Rockets fire it down ice. Back after it is Amadei. Amadei chases it in. His whistle goes for icing. Face off to the right side of the Rockets goalie. Tran to take it with Tran and Kay. Back on the blue line, we have David and Macy. Face off one, it goes to Macy. Macy pulls it on her backhand, now puts it in the corner. She was unable to handle it cleanly. Now from behind the net, Tran battling for it. It comes back out to the Rockets. The Rockets carry it up ice. Now they're going to chip it down ice. It's going to come all the way down, and they're going to say no ice as David picks it up. David from behind the net passes it over to Kay. Kay up for looking for Tran. Rockets hold it in the zone. Macy with it. Macy with a couple of moves, gets through the first couple of players. Now she has to back out as the play comes into the neutral zone. Macy fires it deep. It's sealed off on the wall, though. Now back for Macy, who puts it to an open wing. Play continues. No ice on the play with 4:22 remaining in the first period. Puck back into the neutral zone. Texera has it. Texera. She goes up ice looking for Miguel. Miguel with some open ice over there. She cuts to the outside, drops it back, and now that's picked off. Back off the bench. It comes over to the near side for Macy. Macy, she puts it back deep. Cabana and Texera with Miguel out there. Morin with a shot. That hits a body. And now Macy has to come back and pick it up. Macy up off the wall looking for Cabana. Cabana puts it across ice looking for Texera. Texera rips it in. Cabana on the near side. Cabana picks it off the wall. It goes in behind the net. Texera steps in after it. Cutting to the middle is the Rockets. Rockets with a long lead pass, and now they cut to the middle. Rockets work their way in. Shot saved by Babcock. Now, puck put in front of the net. They tried to bank it off Babcock, and the Ravens get it out of the zone with 3:23 remaining in the first period. Ravens battling for it. Now the puck on the wall. Cabana has it. Comes back to the blue line. Walking the blue line. Cabana stays with it. Now the Rockets walk back out to the top of the circle. Rockets from the top. Ravens let them walk in a little bit. Now they're coming into the side shot. That hits a body and goes high over the glass. We get a stoppage in play with 2:59 remaining in the first period. Tied at 0. Hernandez out to take the face off in the Richmond Ravens zone. Puck drop, face off one to the wall by the Rockets, but the Ravens. Sear works their way in with it. Sear on her backhand. Sear faces off a couple of checks, and now it's put towards the net. Comes through, and the Ravens find the back of the net. McDonald picks up after the Sear, and I think that's Hernandez worked their way to the net. Ravens ahead 1-0 with 2:46 remaining in the first period. Hernandez out to stays on to take the face off. Face off one to the wall. McDonald puts it back into her own zone. Picked up by Amade. Amade on the wall. Looks forward for Sear. Sear forward for Hernandez. Hernandez working her way in. She chips it down, and now there's a penalty coming up. And it's going to be against the Rockets as the Ravens go to the power play with 2:34 remaining. Macy, David, Basquette, Miguel, and Wing. Buckets draw, face off one by Miguel, but picked up by the Rockets. They're going to put it all the way down ice. That comes out to stop it up for David. David being watched. She cuts in behind the net. David, now she's going to cut to the middle with it. David working her way up ice. David carries it in and now just dumps it deep and gives chase. From behind the net, it goes over to the far side. Basquet's there. Basquet carries it through the traffic and now puts it back out to the point. Miguel from the point. He's going to take a slap shot. That's blocked in front. Now, goaltender makes a save as the rebound comes out. Coming up the wall. The Ravens will give up a breakaway. Clear-cut breakaway by the Rockets. And it goes in the net. Far post and in as they get it past Babcock with 1:51 remaining in the first period. Hernandez, I'll take the face off. Puck is thrown, face off one on the McDonald's stick. McDonald's going to carry it to the wall. McDonald loses a handle on it. Now it's picked up by Lowe. Lowe skates through the neutral zone. Lowe cuts her way in. Now Lowe drops it back for Amade. Amade puts it forward for Lowe. Lowe battles for it. Now gets on the stick of the Rockets, and the Rockets work their way up ice. Rockets with some speed on the far near side. Now shoot it towards the net. It goes high and over the near side. Now back in behind the net. The Rockets are waiting for it. Rockets are going to eat it in the corner. Ravens try to pull it out as they're still in the power play for 43 seconds. Now it comes back to the wall and onto the Rockets stick. Rockets into a shooting position. Shot blocked. Rockets into the slot. Ravens. Sear chips it forward and gets it out of the zone. Ravens now it comes back in. It's going to end up coming right to Babcock with 58 seconds remaining in the penalty or in the period. 21 seconds in the power play. Ravens over to the near wall. McDonald with a stretch pass, looking for Hernandez. Hernandez with a couple of moves works her way in. Hernandez to the outside, all by herself on this power play as the Ravens are on a change. Now Hernandez down low. She gets taken to the outside. Puck is back down. Nishi gets a stick on that to put it back in the zone. Ravens complete a change, and we're 5-on-5 with the Rockets killing the penalty and getting a goal on the shorthanded. Morin back after it. Morin reverses the play looking for Tran. Tran and Morin battle down low. Now it's put out into the neutral zone and all the way down ice as the clock is about to expire. 1 second remains, and that's going to do it for the first period. Coming out of the first period, we're tied at 1 with the shots on goal are 12-10 in favor of the Richmond Ravens. 124 views. Welcome back for the start of the second period here in beautiful Trail, British Columbia. Ravens versus Rockets. 1-1 is the score. 20 minutes is on the clock. The coaches are making their way to the players' benches as the players come out on the ice. I see Macy, Miguel, McDonald, David, and Hernandez out there for the Richmond Ravens starting line. Whistle goes, we're ready to start. Bucket drop, face off one by the Rockets. They go back to the blue line, now bring it to the wall on the near side. Hernandez is going to headband it forward. Play is under the defender for the Rockets. She goes D to D. Now it comes up ice, and I think we're going to have, they're saying a touch, no ice on the play. So David's going to pick that up on the corner. She puts it up the wall on the near side. It comes back to the blue line, gets past the defender, and now Miguel gives chase. The Rockets reverse the play. It gets on the stick of Hernandez. Hernandez puts it towards the net. And in the back of the net, Ravens jam it home as the Rockets goaltender was a little slow on the cover. Ravens ahead by 1, 30 seconds into the second period. I'm not sure the Rockets players will enjoy that goal very much, and I'm expecting Babcock to get a little bit of crash the net on her. We'll see what happens as the puck is dropped and it gets into the feet of the Richmond Ravens defender. She tries to push that forward, now comes back to Nishi behind her own net. Nishi tries to reverse the play. It gets to Sear. Sear, she forces it back for Nishi. Nishi over for Amade. Amade picks it up, and now she pushes it forward. The Ravens chip it, and now Tran gives chase. They're saying no ice on the play, and Tran is going to come back. She gets a stick on that, but picked up by the Rockets. Rockets turn it over in their own zone. Now Tran with it. Tran over to the defender. Now shot, blocked. Amade keeps it in, and it goes up in the air and down. Now down ice on Amade's stick. Amade puts it back into the open wing, but she jumps off the ice for a change. Now comes over to the near side, picked up by Sear. Sear with it. Sear forces it in down low. Ravens now have to back out as the Rockets bring it through the neutral zone. Rockets coming into the Ravens zone from the outside. They double up as they're looking to set up. And now pass to the middle, a couple of moves, and now they put it into the slot. Ravens pick that up, and they carry it around to the near side. Ravens with some speed on the near side. Now they're going to chip it into the neutral zone. Onto the Rockets' defensive stick, and now Sear has it. Sear puts it in for Tran. Tran, Sear battling the blue line. It comes back to Low. Low puts it across ice and into the corner on the far side. Rockets up off the wall, and it comes back to the blue line. Ravens playing it off the wall, and now the Rockets pick it up. Ravens with a good back chip there as the play stays in. Wing with the pressure on, but the puck comes back into the Ravens zone. Icing is going to be called on the play. 17:52 remaining in the second period. Ravens ahead 2-1. Miguel, Basket, Wing, Low, and Morin out there for the Richmond Ravens. Miguel to take the face-off, one to the wall. Basket forces that forward. She gets some help from Miguel, and play turned back the other way by the Rockets. Rockets trying to force it, picked out by Basket, and now onto a Rocket stick. Rockets skating up ice. Basket back checking. Morin pushing the outside. Now they stop up onto the stick of Wing. Wing backhands it forward. It gets into the neutral zone. Now chip back in, and that goes up off the wall, picked up there by Wing. Wing backhands it forward. Now comes back into the Ravens zone. Low with it. Low. She's going to put it up ice. Top touched by Basket. Gets onto the defensive stick for the Rockets. Rockets put it back down to the Ravens zone. Onto the stick of Morin. Morin from behind the net. Morin She chipped it forward, and now it comes up the ice and onto the stick of Miguel. Miguel fires it down ice, and it's going to be icing on the play as Miguel was about 8 inches from coming across center line before she chipped it deep. Face-off is going to come all the way down into the Raven zone. It'll be to the left side of Babcock. Trying to take the face-off. Puck is dropped face-off, one back to the blue line. From the blue line over to the top of the point. Defenseman bobbles the puck a little bit. Puck comes into the slot. Ravens get touched on that one. And now get it out of the zone as Tran puts it out in the neutral zone. Puck goes back to Kay. Kay with it on her stick. Kay cuts the outside. Now Kay with a shot. That's blocked partially as it goes just wide of the net. Now it comes out to the neutral zone, and the Rockets forward is just in behind the Ravens defense. They get back and now force the play to the outside. Puck over to the near side for Kay. Kay loses the handle, and now it's picked up by the Rockets. Rockets with a shot blocked there by Macy. Now the play over into the corner on the far side. Rockets have it. Rockets are going to go back to the blue line. From the blue line, they bobble the puck, and now comes to the middle. They get past the first defender. Now the second from the outside is shot high over the net. As it comes out the near side, the Rockets put it back down low. The Ravens force it forward, and I think that's going to end up being icing on the play as the Ravens are looking for a change with 16:02 remaining in the second period. Face-off is going to come down into the Raven zone yet again. Miguel to take the face-off deep in the Raven zone to the left side of Babcock. Miguel wins the face-off to the outside. It goes over to Nishi, takes it behind the net. She puts it around to the far side for Cabana. Cabana and Texera. Cabana, she carries it to the outside with speed. Cabana puts it deep in the zone. And now the Rockets from behind the net get taken out by Texera. Texera and Cabana, Miguel battling for it. Now it goes into the corner. Miguel digs it out. Miguel back to the blue line. Nishi, she shoots it over to the wall on the far side. Cabana's going to pick that up. Cabana from behind the net. Cabana, short side, goes through the blue paint now to the side of the net as Miguel got a stick on that, but the goaltender somehow kept it out. Now Nishi keeps it in. Play goes just under Texera. Texera lets it go to the corner. Now comes over to the near side again. Ravens in the midst of a change as the Rockets come out of the zone. Rockets double back as they lost a handle on that. Now this long lead pass comes into the Raven zone, and they're saying no ice on the play. Now the puck comes out to the near side. Ravens carry it to the corner. Amade backhands it forward. Now comes back to Amade and into the corner for Hernandez. Hernandez from behind her own net puts it around to the far side for Cabana. Cabana chips it over around the first player. Now the second. And now Cabana chases it down ice. Cabana with all the speed. Cabana battles for it in the corner. He falls down, but Texera comes in to help her. Texera goes back to the blue line for Morin. Morin cross to the near side for Lowe. Lowe walking in. She gets a shot blocked. Now onto the stick of Hernandez. Back for Lowe. Lowe chips it in down into the corner. Onto the stick of the Rockets. Now the Ravens. Sear has it. Sear puts it through the near side. Lowe fans on the shot. Now comes back to the blue line. Morin with it. Morin with a shot. Just wide of the net. Short side shot. Blocked bar. Stopped by the goaltender. Now comes to the near side. Lowe steps in. Rockets from behind their own net. They're going to fire it all the way down the ice, and we're going to get icing on the play. No ice, they say. So the Ravens have it. Ravens chip it forward. Play turned over. Now the Rockets put it towards the net. Ravens put it back to the outside. McDonald has it. McDonald, she's going to get it up ice. Stopped by the Rockets. Rockets turn back. Sealer gets a stick on that and turns it back. Now goes up off the glass. Under Lowe's stick. Lowe's going to get it down ice. Ravens head for a change full scale as the Rockets come out with it. Rockets down the ice on the near side. And now we should have icing. There we go. The whistle goes, signaling icing with 13:27 remaining in the second period. Ravens ahead 2-1. Face-off is going to be the left side of the Rockets goalie. Miguel wing basket. Macy and David out there for the Richmond Ravens. Miguel to take the face-off. But the drop face-off won by the Ravens. They get it to the middle and now picked off by Wing. She gets a shot towards him. Now comes in behind her. Wing tries to put it back to the blue line, picked off by the Rockets. Rockets are going to carry it back to the blue line. Ravens step up on that. David puts it into an open wing on the far side. Wing in after it. Wing picks it up. Now she gets the stick check. Play continues as the puck comes over to the far side for Macy. Macy shoots that towards the net. It goes wide, out the near side. In after it's David. David down low for Miguel. Miguel, she puts it in behind the net. Basquet's going to pick that up. No, it's going to be the Rockets, and the Rockets are going to chip it up ice. Macy unable to hold the blue line. Macy, though, protects the puck, and now comes back to her. Macy comes across to the near side for Basquet. Basquet unable to get a stick on that. Now goes back out into the neutral zone. Stepping up on the play is David. David, puck goes back to Macy. Macy looking to the far side. Now the Ravens coming out with a good passing play to Basquet. Basquet forward for Tran. Tran gets it deep. As it goes past the goaltender on the near side, the defender puts it over to the far side, and now the Rockets with their head up are going to chip the puck to the neutral zone. Onto the stick of the Ravens, and they're going to put it back in onto the near side. In after it is K. Now the Rockets have it. Rockets through the neutral zone, into the Ravens' end. Rockets slowed up by Nishi. Now Tran and Nishi battling for it in the corner. Ref is asking for the players to move it, and now the whistle goes, signaling the frozen puck. 11:55 remaining in the second period. Tran out to take the face off. It's Tran and Kay out there. Nishi and Amade back on the blue line. The puck goes over to the wall on the near side, and now the Rockets try to go across ice with it. Tran watching that one, but she can't get a stick on that. Now the puck back into the corner. From in the corner, the Rockets have it. Rockets around to the near side. Now held to the outside by the Richmond Ravens. They hold the zone. Now they try to put it in. Ravens chip it forward. Now off the wall. Ravens unable to advance it forward. Tran puts it back. It's picked off by the Ravens. That goes off the crossbar. That was a shot from the Rockets from in the house. Now the play on the wall on the near side. Kay in to help out. Comes out to the middle. Now back to the corner. Rockets from the short side. Shot saved by Babcock. Comes out to the slot. Over to the near side. Tran has it. Tran skates up ice. Tran on the near side. Tran lost past the first player. Now she tries to work her way to the net. Tran falls down, but the play continues as the puck comes on the Rockets' stick, and the Rockets work their way up ice. Rockets protecting the puck now to the middle. They cut to the middle, and now the Ravens get the puck on their stick. They're going to fire it back up ice. Ravens looking for a touch, and we're going to have icing on the play. The puck is going to make its way down to the right side of Babcock, deep in the Raven zone. Cabana, Miguel, and Texera out there for the Richmond Ravens with Lowe and Morin. Miguel to take the face off. Puck drop, face off, one to the wall, back to the blue line. From the blue line, down low. Pushed around to the near side. Now back to the point. From the point, Texera steps up, but the Rockets put it into the corner. They try to come back down to the point. Now Miguel pushes it back the other way. Onto Miguel's stick. She puts it back to the outside. Ravens get it out of the zone. In the neutral zone, he goes to the defender. Over to the far side. From the far side, the Rockets put the stick right on Morin's stick. Morin, she's going to double back and now cuts to the outside. Her pass forward for Cabana. Cabana makes sure it gets out of the zone. Now the Rockets have to touch up. Back after it is Morin. Morin from behind her net. She gets chased out. A good move there. And now pass on the wall. Texera unable to handle it cleanly. Now comes right into the slot. From the slot, wide of the net. Morin gets it on her stick. Now back up in the air, back in behind the net. Puck over to the near wall. Ravens after it. Comes up the wall, but held in. Now the Ravens get it down ice, and they're going to be able to get a change as icing's going to be called with 9:38 remaining in the second period. David, McDonald, Hernandez, Sear, and Macy out there for the Ravens. Hernandez to take the face-off. Puck is dropped face-off one back to the blue line by the Rockets. Their shot goes through the blue paint and out the far side. McDonald has some room. She passes it forward. The bouncing puck, Fernandez unable to handle it. Now the play comes back the other way. David steps up to take the puck, but it goes over to the far side where Macy picks it off. Macy now with it on her stick. Macy's pass gets picked off, and now she pulls it down to the air. Macy retreats back, and now she tries to put the pass over to the corner. It comes to the side of the net. Now short side. Babcock makes the save. Now the Ravens with a little bit of room. They're going to work their way up ice as Hernandez carries the puck. Hernandez working their way into the zone. Now she's going to put that one right on net. Goaltender plays it over to the near side. From the near side, Sear looks back to the blue line and then puts the puck on Hernandez's stick. Hernandez from the side of the net. Goaltender makes a save. McDonald with it on his stick. McDonald looking to put it in the slot. Shot right on. Save made. Now goes back in behind the net. Sear with it. Sear tries to clear that back. Now it goes to David. David with a shot through traffic. Goes wide of the net. Picked up by McDonald on the far side. McDonald. She's going to chip that towards the net. It comes over to the corner on the near side. Now on the Rockets stick. Rockets gain the zone. I think the Ravens, no call. Now Macy loses her footing as the play continues. The Rockets have it behind the net. Now puck comes over to the near side as David is going to pick it up. David chips it up the wall looking for Sear. It gets past her. Now the Rockets have it. Rockets through the neutral zone with a passing play as they work their way up ice. They're offside. Now they touch. They're way offside, and they get a whistle with a stoppage in play with 8:05 remaining in the second period. Face-off is going to be just outside the Raven zone. Now a conversation between the ref and the coaches. Miguel to take the face-off. She's got basket and wing with her. Puck drop, face-off won by the Rockets. They go back to the defender, and they're going to try and push that one forward and do. Now walking their way into the house with it. A shot high over the net. It comes up the near side. Now down low. Basket after it. It goes into the corner. Nishi can't handle it. It's on the stick of the Rockets. The Rockets take it back to the corner. Basquet's going to force it back the other way. Over for Amadei. Amadei forward for Wing. Wing with it. Wing. She chips it and chases it as it goes down ice. Wing from behind the net. She stops up. And now she tries to center. It goes off the back of the net. Now onto the Rockets stick. Rockets coming back the other way with speed. Rockets cut to the middle and now to the outside on the far side. They double back. Wing watching. Puck on the blue line. Goes D to D as the Rockets pick it up. Rockets with a move. And now a shot. Babcock with a glove save. Rebound cleared to the wall on the far side. Wing has it. Wing fans on the clearing attempt. Now the puck comes over to the near side. Walking into the house. And a shot. And a save. Oh, it's tipped over Babcock. She's complaining that she had a player on top of her. And they're going with a good goal. 2-2 is the score with 7 minutes remaining in the period. Babcock was asking for a goaltender interference call. It's pretty hard to go upstairs to Toronto, so the refs made the call on the ice. And it's a good goal, they say. So Kay, Tran, and Tran are out there. We have a tie game again. Now Tran to the outside. She chips it off the wall. That comes onto the stick of the Rockets. And now the Ravens have to touch up. They do. And now the puck comes deep into the zone. Kay putting pressure on Kay. He tries to force it back out behind the net. Now it gets reversed back to Kay. Kay centers it. It goes through the house and over to the far side. Now the Rockets have it. Rockets with a passing play. Pulled out of the air by the Rocket forward, and she's going to carry it in. Now over to the far side. The Ravens stop it on the outside. Now from behind the net. Rockets center it. It comes over to the near side. Defense for the Rockets. Had a little bit tough time handling that one as the play now comes back across the zone over to the far side, and now a shot towards the net. tip just wide of the net as the Rockets are now playing it to the outside. Ravens a little bit on their heels here as the Rockets take it to the outside. We're 5-on-5. Ravens tentative on the play as the puck comes over into the wall on the near side. Now put to the side of the net. Chipped back out front. Now from downtown. Hits the post. Babcock makes the save and then holds on to that. It was either a toe save or a save by Babcock, and then the puck coming underneath of her, and she made the covered it up to keep the game tied at 2. Miguel to take the face off. Puck is dropped. Face off won by the Rockets. Ravens forced it back to the outside. It goes back into the corner. Macy with it. Macy for David. David for Texera. Texera. And a chip play. It comes back to Texera. Now Miguel turns back and now on to David's stick. David forces it forward. Texera makes sure she gets it deep. Now it bounces through some feet. Comes over to the near side. David. She's going to chip it in behind the net. Texera's there. Now back to the near side. Miguel after. Knocked down by David. Back to Macy. Macy. Far side looking for Texera. Texera can't handle it. Now it comes back into the Ravens zone where Macy has to pick it up. Macy retreats behind her net. Macy up the wall looking for Texera. It gets past her. Play continues as the puck comes in behind the net. Now goes over to the far side. Stopped there by the Rockets. The Rockets can't get past the blue line as Texera holds it in. Now from the slot, the Rockets chip it forward. It gets into the neutral zone where it gets fired back into the zone. Picked up by the Rockets defender. He's going to fan on that one, and now the Ravens get it on net. And the play continues as it goes in behind. A couple of slaps at it, and now the goaltender covers up. With 4:33 remaining in the second period. We're tied at 2. Fernandez, McDonald, and Sear out there for the Ravens forwards. Nishi and Amade back on the blue line. Picked up by the Rockets. They're going to put it in behind the net. Ravens pick that off, and now they put it out front. Ravens, Fernandez can't get the shot away that she wanted, and the goaltender covers up. Face off to the left side of the Rockets goalie. Sears took the face off. Puck is dropped. Face off won by the Rockets. Rockets backhanded behind the net. Now they put it back up front. Hernandez unable to get a clean shot away as the Rockets defender was checking his stick. Now it comes out to the neutral zone. Hernandez has it, puts it over for McDonald. McDonald has to be quick as she had pressure on her, and now the Rockets are going to carry it through the neutral zone and over to the far side. Picked off there by Hernandez. Back into the Rockets zone. Rockets on the backhand over to the near side. McDonald watching as it comes down on the Nishi's stick. Nishi up off the wall. Now forced into the Ravens' end. McDonald comes in to help out. Now comes in onto the Rockets stick. Rockets pulled off by Sear. Knocked down by McDonald. Rockets go D to D as they try to force their way into the Ravens' zone. Hernandez back with it. Hernandez being watched. Hernandez ripped it around to the near side looking for McDonald. McDonald taken down. Play continues as the puck goes in the corner and in behind the net. Amade in after it. Now over to the far side for Sear. Sear battling on the corner with Amade. Now comes out. Sear has it. Sear has some ice to skate. Sear stops up and passes the puck over for Hernandez. Hernandez through the first player. Now she loses the puck and it comes back all the way down ice. No ice on the play as Nishi picks it up. Nishi with a lead pass looking for Basquet, and that's well in front of Basquet. Icing will be called. The 3:01 remaining in the second period. Keeping the Ravens zone to the left side of Babcock. Miguel steps up to take the face off. She wins that one cleanly. Now in behind the net. Puck comes over to the near side. Basquet holds it from coming back to the blue line. Now Miguel steps in to help out. They force it to the neutral zone. From the neutral zone, Rockets push it over to the far side. Back into the Ravens' end. Morin has it. Morin pulls it back in behind the net. Now she stops up and fights off a check. Goes into the corner for Wing. Wing comes across. That hits a body. Now it's on Miguel's stick. Back to Wing. Wing forward for Basquet. Basquet and Wing work their way in. They leave it for Wing. Wing from the outside. Wing back for Basquet. Basquet and Wing trying to battle it out. Now they put it towards the net on the defense stick, and that keeps going to skate up ice. Rockets working their way in. Rockets to the outside. Now they stop up. Get into a shooting position. Stick checked, and the Ravens get control of it. Ravens over to the near side for Basquet. She can't handle that one, and now there's going to be a shot from the outside. Babcock makes a save, and he picks it up on the doorstep. 2:03 remains in the second period. We're tied at 2 as the faceoff is going to be to the left side of Babcock. Puck is dropped faceoff one by the Rockets. They go out to the point. From the point, shot blocked, and now McDonald is taken down. Play continues as the Ravens. Sear gets it in his stick. Sear working with Hernandez. Now she loses a handle on it. She's muscled off the puck, and it goes over to the far side for Hernandez. Hernandez battling for it in the corner. Now gets turned back, and the Rockets pass it forward. Rockets work their way up ice. Now comes into the Raven zone. David pushes enough interference on the play to cause a offside call. Face off just outside the Raven zone. Hernandez out to take the face off. Puck is dropped, face off, won by the Rockets. They take it to the wall, and the battle ensues. Hernandez puts it back to the defender. David goes over and finds Tran. Tran, he bobbles it a little bit, but now picks it back up. He gets a good bounce there, and now cuts to the middle. Tran puts it back to David. David, she shoots that towards the net. It finds its way there before the defender is able to pick it up, and now it comes over to Kay on the near wall. Kay back to the blue line for Macy. Macy lets one go. It hits a body in front. And now a passing play. It's going to come all the way down ice, and we should have icing on the play. With 56.3 seconds remaining in the second period, the puck is going to make its way down into the Rocket zone. Tran and Kay with Nishi and Amade out there for the Richmond Ravens. Puck is dropped, face off one by the Rockets. It goes onto the stick of one of the Ravens. So and now they put it back over to the Rockets. The Rockets coming around behind the net with some speed. Rockets, they pick up speed as they come through the neutral zone. Now they chip it around the Ravens defender, Nishi. Amade back to pick it up, and as she stops the centering attempt. Now the play over to the near side. Rockets walking way out. Now back to the blue line. Tran out to put some pressure on. Now comes over to the near side. Comes right through the house and out into the neutral zone. 25 seconds remains in the period as we're tied at 2. Rockets with the puck on their stick. They put it forward and now pass it to the middle. Walking their way in from the near side. Shot right on. Save made by Babcock with 12 seconds remaining. The Ravens getting caught watching here as the Rockets continue to play. Nishi battling on the wall. Get some help now as the clock winds down, and that'll do it. The end of the period, the shots on goal are 22 for the Richmond Ravens, 19 for the Kelowna Rockets. Welcome back for the start of the third period. Tied at 2 with 20 minutes on the clock. Both teams guaranteed a medal, whether it's gold or silver. That's to be determined. McDonald, Magellan, Macy, David, and Hernandez out to start the period. Puck is dropped, face off won by the Ravens. They chip it in deep and chase after it. It goes in behind the goal line for the Rockets. Ravens try to dig it out of the corner. And now Hernandez has it. Hernandez loses the handle on it. Puck comes back into the corner in front of the net. Now back it over to the far side. David steps in after it. David puts it down into the near side, onto the Rocket stick. Rockets try to get it up ice. Macy reaches out for it. Now she has to go back to pick it up, and we're going to have icing called on the play. Puck makes its way down to the Rockets' end. The same line stays on. Miguel to take the face off. Puck is dropped, face off won by the Rockets. Ravens jump in on it. Puck in the corner, and now comes back out to the Rockets defender. Macy steps up on that. It gets past her, and now a couple of moves, and now the Rockets coming in for the Ravens zone. Rockets to the outside, now a backhand. Babcock makes the save, and she dives on top of that one. And gets a stoppage in play with 19:15 remaining in the period. The face-off, it's going to be the left side of Babcock. Trying out there to take the face off. Puck is drop, face off one to the corner. Now back out to the blue line. From the blue line, a shot blocked there by the Ravens. Now the puck comes back to the middle, back out to the blue line. From the blue line, shot towards the net. It goes wide and out the near side. Tran gets a stick on that one. Tran doubles back. Tran finds herself some room there. Now she's going to carry it up to the neutral zone. Tran fires it in. It's going to go around to the far side. Sears going to be there. Sears dumps it back in. Sears from behind the net. Doubles back, and now she puts it through the blue paint. Tran gets a shot on net. Goaltender makes a save and holds on to that one. Tran to take the face off on this near side. Puck is dropped, face off, one back to the blue line. Amadei lets a shot go wide of the net. It goes over to the near side for Sear. Sear turns and fires it right on. Goaltender makes that save. Now the puck back out to the neutral zone. It gets past the Ravens defender, but Macy holds them to the outside. Now comes near side. Babcock makes that save. Puck off the side of the net, now into the corner. Rockets in after it. Rockets. Amadei tries to eat it in the corner. She waits for some help from Tran. Puck comes out into the corner now. As it comes back out, the Ravens force it back in behind the net. It's on the stick of the Rockets. They're going to go back to the blue line. From the blue line, a shot wide of the net. It comes over to the near side. Now down low. Back to the middle. Ravens hold it to the outside. Tran with a move, and now she's going to work her way up ice. Tran to the outside. She cuts over to the far side. Tran all by herself is going to cut towards the net, and she's going to draw a penalty as the Rockets touch up. And the Ravens go to the power play with 17 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the third period. 2 minutes. Tripping is the call. Wing. Your power play unit is Wing, Basquette, Miguel, Macy, and David. Miguel steps in and takes the face off. Puck to drop face off one, back in behind the net by the Rockets. The Rockets with some speed cut around the outside. It goes off of the linesman and out of play. Face-off should be inside the zone, and it is. David and Macy, you stay on. Here's Miguel and Basket and Wing. Miguel wins that one back to the blue line. Macy, she puts it through. Now it gets picked up by the Rockets. Rockets with some speed. They make a lead pass. That's into the feet of the Rocket forward. Now Macy goes back the other way. Macy loses the handle. She continues after it. Puck goes over to the wall. Now Macy has it. Macy feeds it back to the point for Basquette. Basquette carries it back in. She drops it back for Macy. Macy to the outside. David steps over to pick up that side. And now the puck comes down ice. There's a race for it. David. Now the puck back the other way. Macy looking for Basquette. Basquette unable to handle it. Play into the Rockets zone. Rockets back to pick it up. Rockets get a hold of it. They fire it up ice. Macy's going to read that play. Gets past her. Now Hernandez has it. Hernandez to the near side for Amade. Amade lets a shot go. Blocked. And now it's going to get cleared down ice. Macy goes for a change. Amade back after it. Babcock touches it up for Amade. Amade looks for a stretch pass for Wing. Wing pulls it off the wall. He tries to get it deep. It turns back and now onto the stick of one of the Rockets. Rockets with 5-on-4 with 45 seconds remaining. They cut to the middle. Rockets walking their way in. Now picked up by the Ravens. Hernandez. Hernandez working back the other way. Hernandez working to the outside. Hernandez taken down. Play continues. Now from behind the net. Sear battling for it. Sear's going to come out with it. Sear with a wraparound attempt. Now onto the stick of the Rockets and they're going to fire it down ice. There 23 seconds remains in the power play. Back after it is Nishi. Nishi picks it off the wall. Now near side for McDonald. McDonald across looking for Sear, who I think she thought was curling a little faster than she was. And we're going to have icing called with 9 seconds remaining in the penalty to the Kelowna Rockets. The puck is going to come down to the left side of Babcock. Miguel to take the face off. Puck is dropped, face off won by Miguel. Morin picks that up and goes in behind the net. She passes it to the wall, and now with the head up, Sear works her way across the ice. Sorry, Basquette does. Pardon me, Texera. Now the play comes back onto Morin's stick. Morin looking forward for Cabana. Cabana touches it up and now gets it deep. Cabana fighting up the check, and now she goes in behind the net. Cabana stops up and now tries to put it to the front. That's blocked. Now back up the wall. Morin steps in. Morin holds the line, and now it comes back out to the middle for Miguel. Miguel with a shot. She tries to go high. That's blocked. Now the Rockets tripping over themselves, but get it out to the neutral zone. Ravens unable to get it cleanly away, and now the Rockets carry it into the Ravens zone. The Rockets push to the outside. Ravens pass it forward, picked off by the Rockets. Now in the feet of Miguel. Back to the Morin. Morin. She's going to chip it forward. And we're going to have icing on the play with 15:01 remaining in the period. Face off to the right side of Babcock. Tran and Kay out there with David and Macy. Puck is dropped, face off one, back to the blue line. Now a shot through traffic, ends up hitting the body. Macy has it. Macy goes off the glass. It gets to the blue line. Now shot, blocked. Now back to Macy. Macy loses the handle, gets it back. She puts it forward for Tran. Tran. She gets center ice and dumps it deep. Now gives chase. From behind the net. The Ravens turn it over now. Backhand, short side. Save made. Tran has it. Tran. He tries, puts it out to the blue line. Stopped by David. David with a shot through traffic. It doesn't find its way there. Now a shot just wide of the net. Over to the corner. From the corner. Back to the blue line. David back in. Comes off the back of the net. And now Tran battles for it. Tran tries to chip it forward for Macy. Unable to get it there. Now it comes up into the neutral zone. Into the middle. David lets it go. Blocked. And now the Rockets have it. Rockets gain the blue line. Carry to the outside. Shot on net. Babcock leaves the play alive. It comes over to Macy on the near side. Macy, she's going to fire the puck all the way down the ice, and we're going to have icing on the play. .55 remaining in the third period. We're tied at 2. Amanda's in to take the face off. She's got McDonald with her and Sear. Puck is dropped. It comes back to the blue line. From the blue line, the Ravens give chase. It comes to the corner on the near side. Ravens unable to get a stick on it. Now they do. Hernandez cuts to the middle. Hernandez chases the puck. Now from the outside, Hernandez is going to be taken to the wall. Play continues as Sear cuts the middle. Sear with a shot. Sear save made. Rebound comes out. Back to the blue line. Stop. Shot again. Blocked. Now Amade backing out as the Rockets try to put it forward. Amade gets it on his stick. He passes it forward to McDonald. McDonald looking forward for Sear. Sear unable to handle it. Now the Rockets go up the wall on the far side. It ends up on Nishi's stick. Nishi tries to put it forward. It goes off of a body and goes back into the Raven zone. Amade up forward for it. Now it's chipped off the wall again. It gets out to the neutral zone. Rockets, they lose the pass. Now the Ravens try to pick it up. Hernandez unable to handle it cleanly. And now the Rockets go back D to D. Rockets bring it forward on the stick of Amade. Amade forces it up, and now onside, they say, as Nishi goes back to collect it. Nishi around looking for Wing. Wing has to collect it off the wall, and it goes out into the neutral zone. From the neutral zone, D to D on the far side. Rockets down the near side. Rockets walking their way in with it. Rockets gain the zone and now backhand it towards the net. Babcock makes the save and tries to dive on top of it. The puck underneath of all the players. Play continues, and now we get a stoppage with 12:32 remaining in the third period. The face-off is going to be to the right side of Babcock. They'll take the face-off. Puck is going to be to the right side of Babcock. Puck is dropped, face-off, shot, blocked. Now it's in the corner. Rockets have it. Rockets try to go back to the blue line with it. They put it out to the middle. Picked off there by the Richmond Ravens. Ravens, Morin has it. She's going to retreat back in behind her net. Well, Morin stops up, being watched. Morin, now she goes up off the wall. Picked off by the Rockets. Rockets put it back in behind the net. Now they're going to pick it up. They get forced to the outside by Basket. Now Miguel has it. Miguel trying to force it forward. It comes back to the face-off or hash marks by the face-off circle on the far side. It gets back in on the Morin stick. Morin fires it up ice. Now onto the Rocket stick. Rockets with a long shot. Babcock makes that save. Now a pass looking for Wing. Wing unable to handle it. We're going to have icing on the play. Trying to take the face off to the left side of Babcock. Puck drop, face off won by the Ravens, but the Rockets pick it up from behind the net. David has it. David with a couple of moves, puts it forward for Tran. Tran passes it out front. It goes over for Kay. Kay tries to dump it in. Now back forward for the Ravens. Macy has it. Macy puts it down ice. It's going to go into the corner. Kay gives chase. Pass up the wall. Held by David. David puts it in the corner on the near side. Tran in after it. Puck back onto the stick of the Rockets. Rockets around the far side. Rockets working their way up ice. It gets held in by David. David throws to the middle with it. Now comes over to the wall. Macy steps up. Play continues as Tran and Macy and Tran work together. Now back to Macy. Macy, she's unable to get it out of the zone. It gets chipped to the corner. Picked up by the Rockets. Macy holds it to the outside. Macy puts it forward for Kay. Kay just touches it into the neutral zone. Now the Rockets pick it up. Rockets and Ravens off to a change while Macy picks it up from coming around the net. Macy to the outside looking for Tran. Tran with her touch attempt misses the puck, and we're going to have icing called with 10 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the third period. 2-2 is the score, and the face-off is going to come all the way down to the right side of Babcock. Hernandez, McDonald, and I think Sear out there for the forward lines with Amade and Nishi back on the blue. Puck is dropped and comes over to the near side. Whistle went, though, as they're saying that it was a false start. All right. Face-off one to the wall yet again. Now a battle ensues. Hernandez in after it. We got some help there, and Hernandez comes out with it. Hernandez cuts to the middle and the backhand forward for Sear. Sear receives the pass. Now Sear to the outside. Sear stops up, passes it back. It gets to the blue line. Chip back down low onto the stick of the Rockets. Rockets chip it back out. It gets through Nishi's feet. Nishi gets some help from Amade. Amade puts it out to the outside. He gets forward for Sear. Sear battling it forward now onto the stick of Hernandez. Hernandez back to Sear. Sear back to her defense. Amade. Amade walks it. Amade is going to carry it in, chip it deep. Now she turns back as the Ravens are trying to set up down in the zone. Puck off the back of the net. Now it chips around to the near side. Rockets have it. Rockets looking to the middle, and now they put it over to the far side. Amade has it. Amade off the wall, back into the zone. It chips or bounces around in there, and now the Rockets are picking it up. Ravens on a change as the Rockets come through the neutral zone. Rockets over to the far side, gets past the Cabana onto the stick of Morin. Morin with her head up. Morin looking around the near side. Morin, she's going to backhand forward, picked up by the Rockets, and now in after her. The puck is Hernandez, who puts it over to the far side looking for Texera. Texera battling off a check. Now Texera tries to pass it forward, gets stopped by the Rockets. He goes put it back into the Raven zone, and now Morin back after it. Morin from behind the net. Morin with a move. And now a pass up as it comes over to the far side. Texera tries to find Cabana. Cabana just about gets off to the races with a stick check there. Now Miguel and Texera battling the wall in front of the benches. It comes back onto the stick of the Rockets in the low stick. Low puts it back down, and Texera in after it. Rockets bring it around to the near side. Rockets now cut to the outside with speed. They get turned back by the Ravens, but continue forward. Now over to the near side. The puck goes into the Ravens' end. Morin in after it. Morin rips the puck around to the far side. It's going to go all the way down. They might not have enough for icing as the Ravens are on a change, and the Rockets pick it up in their own end. Rockets looking to play up the near side as the Ravens were on a change, and that's going to go all the way down into the Ravens' zone. And after it is Low. Low from behind the net. Low doubles back. Now up off the wall looking for Wing. Wing. She traverses the play. Wing cuts to the middle now. Wing to the outside. Wing passes it looking for Hernandez. Hernandez unable to handle it. And now it comes back in for Amade. Amade with pressure on. He fights off a check and kicks the puck forward. And now the Rockets have it. Rockets over to the far side. Back into the Ravens zone. Low tries to push it forward. Now Low pulls it off the wall. Low doubles back now. Low dumps it back. And now it comes to the near side. Picked up there by Basquet. Now some help from Hernandez to put it up the wall. Basquet steps up on it. Play continues as the puck goes over to the far side and into the Raven zone. Low has it on her stick. She's going to fire it up into the neutral zone. Now picked up by Hernandez, who has a little bit of room. Hernandez works her way to the outside. Hernandez going to drive the net. Hernandez with a backhand save made by the goaltender. And now the Ravens. Basquet has it on her stick. Basquet, she's going to put it back to the middle. Now onto the stick of Wing. Wing drops it back for Macy. Macy lets one go. She didn't get all of it. Now comes back to her. She gets to try again. Macy looks for a lane. And now the puck comes to the goaltender who covers up. And we get a whistle to stop the play. 6 minutes and 51 seconds remains in the third period, tied at 2. Tran, McDonald, Sear, Macy, and David out there for the Richmond Ravens. Puck is dropped, face off won by the Ravens. They put it in the back of the net. The Ravens off the face off. Sear backhands it high into the top corner of the net. With 6:48 remaining in the game, the Ravens move ahead by 1. 3-2 is the score. Ravens now ahead with just over 6.5 minutes remaining. Puck comes over onto the stick of the Ravens. They try to reverse the play. Now it comes to the wall on the near side. McDonald fires it deep. Ravens turn it back. Behind the net, they try to center it. It goes out to the wall on the far side. Ravens jump up and free seal the wall. Now onto the stick of Tran. Tran mishandles it, but it comes to the blue line, held by McDonald. McDonald, she's going to cut into the zone. Now it comes back the other way. Lowe has it on her stick. Lowe tries to go forward. That play picked off, and now it goes into the corner as Nishi steps in after it. Nishi and gets some help from Hernandez. Hernandez from behind the net. Hernandez cuts to the middle now. Hernandez to the outside. Hernandez backhands it forward for Tran. Tran gets it down ice into the neutral zone. The Rockets have to touch up. Rockets with some speed. They get McDonald slows them up. Now Hernandez. Rockets walking their way into a shooting position. Good stick check there by the Ravens. Now a shot towards the net. Tipped wide by Nishi. Tran after it. Now they get it out to the neutral zone. 5:32 remains in the game. Pass over to the near side. That should have been offside, but wasn't. Hernandez sidesteps a check, and she gets it down ice looking for Kay. Kay picks it up. Kay with a touch, and now it comes back to her. Kay still has it. Kay now taken down, and the penalty is going to be called against the Rockets as they catch up. And the Ravens go to a power play with 5 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the game, ahead 3-2. Tripping is the call, and the faceoff is going to be the right side of the Rockets goalie. Miguel, basket. Wing, David, and Macy out there for the Richmond Ravens. This game, the Rockets have made the Ravens power play unit look like a bit of a adventure. Macy puts it back down low, looking for Basket. Basket with it. Basket in the corner, comes back to Macy. Macy walks to the blue. Now a shot blocked, and it goes out to the wall. Macy trying to keep it in. Doesn't. She puts it on David's stick. David puts it over to the near side. Now for Wing. Wing across the zone, looking for Macy. Macy. She's going to carry it in. Now it just chips it and stops up. Ravens are going to try playing defense first here as the puck comes down in the zone. Behind Babcock. Babcock just leaves it. David in behind the net. David to the wall. Now picked up by Basket. Basket comes across for Miguel. Miguel unable to handle it cleanly and onto the stick of the Rockets. They're going to put it back into the Ravens zone. Macy's going to go back and pick that up. 4:19 remains. 107 in the power play for the Richmond Ravens. Wing for pass to the middle. Now they try to come up for Wing. Picked off by the Rockets. Rockets put it back deep. David back after it. Wing picks it up. Macy picks it up. Macy chips it up the wall. Picked up by McDonald. McDonald puts it deep in the zone as the Ravens are on a chain. Sear goes down to put pressure on. It's going to come all the way past Nishi. Nishi back to pick it up. 42 seconds remains in the power play. Ravens are defense first here right now. Play all the way down to Sear. Amade. My apologies. Hernandez now over to Sear. Sear looks to go back to Hernandez. Now it's chipped past Hernandez, and the Rockets read the play. The Rockets cut over to the near side. Now to the middle. The shot. Babcock makes the save. Rockets now onto the stick of Sear. Sear. She gets it deep. It comes from the middle. Hernandez over after it. 7 seconds remains in the man advantage for the Richmond Ravens as the puck comes back in behind the net. Sear has it. Sear doubles back. Sear happy to hold it now. Short side shot. It goes up over the side of the net. And now Sear tries to stuff it. Short side backhand. We're 5-on-5 as the puck comes back to Nishi at the blue line. Nishi fires it back deep. Now from behind the net, Hernandez forces the play over to the wall. Lowe steps up. Lowe unable to hold the line. Now Lowe has to be quick to come back. She turns it back the other way. Play on the wall. Hernandez chips it deep, and she goes for a change. Tran in after it. Play over to the near wall. Nishi backs in as the Rockets come through the middle of the ice. Ravens put it back out to the neutral zone. Rockets have to touch up. Ravens force them back. Now put back into the Ravens zone. Nishi has to go back after it. Rockets are going to pick it up behind the net. They try to center it. That goes off of a couple of bodies and out to the outside. Now a shot blocked, and Miguel has it. Miguel is going to try and rip it. Play turned over. Now a short side shot right on. Save made by Babcock, who holds on to that with 2 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the period. Ravens ahead 3-2. And now with timeout called as the coaches go to work. Welcome back as the ref signal it's time to start the game again. We have 2 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock there. Ravens ahead 3-2 face off to the right side of Babcock. Hernandez in to take the face off. Bucket drop, face off one over to the far side. After it is Sears, she chips it forward. McDonald with whistle speed. McDonald on her backhand. She's going to cut around the player. McDonald from behind the net now. McDonald, she's going to stop up. Happy to hold it in down low and kill time. McDonald is just going to kill the penalty. Sear in after it. Play continues. A minute 53 remains. A minute 53, and now the puck put back in. A minute 46, and now the Rockets come back the other way. Rockets with some speed through the neutral zone. They cut to the middle. Now they cut around the second player. A shot, and they find the back of the net as they beat Babcock and tie the game with a minute 37 remaining in the period. We are tied up with a minute 37 remaining in the third period. Miguel, Tran, Nishi, and Amade out there for the Richmond Ravens. Face off won by the Ravens. A fan on the pass attempt, and now they're all Rockets with speed going behind the Ravens net. Nishi ties him up. Now from behind the net. A battle ensues. It comes out short side, and they beat Babcock short side as the Ravens go down by one with a minute 25 remaining in the third period. Ravens unable to hold the puck behind the net. And the puck scoots past Babcock, short side. Minute 25 remaining in the third. Timeout called by the Richmond Ravens. Welcome back. As their timeout expires, the coaches are done coaching. Ravens down by one with a minute 25 remaining. Watch it drop. Face off one by the Ravens. It goes to David. David tries to go to the outside. That's stopped by the Rockets, and the Rockets are going to chase David back into the corner. From the corner, David loses the handle on it. Now the Rockets dig it back up. The Ravens have it. Fernandez up the wall. Fernandez battling for it. Two carries within the zone. Fernandez taken down. McDonald taken down. Macy puts it across as the Ravens touch up. Now David over to the wall. Sear with it. Sear sidesteps a check. Now Sear tries to drive the net. Puck on the stick of the Rockets. Now the Ravens have it. Ravens trying to dig it out. Now the Ravens put it to the front of the net. Ravens have an empty net. And as the sixth play skater comes on. Tran trying to dig it free with 38 seconds remaining. Ravens trying to dig it out. Puck. 32 seconds remaining. 25 seconds remaining. 15 seconds remaining. Ravens now dig it out. Ravens shoot it through the house. Stepping in after it was Macy. Macy unable to get a hold of it. Now the Rockets have it. Rockets try to fire it down ice with 4.6 seconds, and the Ravens are going to be silver medal as the Rockets win with 2 quick scores at the end of the third period. We've seen some sad faces out there with the Richmond Ravens. The Rockets played a great game, but as did the Richmond Ravens players. It's been a big season for them, and they've done well.
These are summer battles today are the Richmond Ravens, number 1. Number 6, number 7, number 8, Michael Lowe. Number 9, Mackenzie Moore. Number 10, Allie Singer. Number 11, Amara Hernandez. Number 12, Quincy. Number 13, Jacob Turner. Number 14, Emily McDonald. Number 15, Alice David. Number 16, Dyson Wing. Number 17, Danielle Kay. Number 18, Kira Henry.
That's not how you say that. That's not how you say that.
Number 19, Emily Miguel. Number 20, Emma Macy. Number 21, Jillian Bassett. Number 22, Eva Texera. And number 36, Brooke Babcock. And the coaches. Congratulations to the Richmond. All right, number 1, Grace Jensen. Number 2, Cecilia Smith. Number 3, Lila Miles. Number 5, Anna Coverly. Number 6, Eva Lewis.
Yeah.
Number 7, Kalina Joe. Number 8, Autumn Ramsey. Number 9, Matthew Lee. Number 11, Paige Daniel. Number 12, Maya Wagner. Number 15, Kiana Brown-Ganser. Number 18, Zariah Bagley. Number 19, Athena Ober. Number 21, Marlies Jacobson. Number 22, Addison Piva. And